Hey, it's the Rage Monkeys here to tell you about a trip that we took to the Hoover Dam with a stop on Route 66. This was part of a multi-day little road trip that I called the Dam Grand Zion Tour. This is one of my top 3 trips I've ever been on. I'll post some other videos from the other adventures we had on this trip. But for now, we're off. I like to start the fun when we're headed off to a trip the moment we leave the house. So at our airport, we kicked things off with some food and some entertainment while waiting for our flight. Now our airport is not too bad, but nothing could have prepared me for what we were greeted with when we landed in Las Vegas. Slot machines everywhere. We stayed just to the east of Las Vegas, and since our bodies were still on East Coast time, we caught the sunrise as we headed out toward the Hoover Dam. Our first stop was the Lake Mead Overlook, where you get a really great view of the lake that's created by the dam, and you can look down onto the historic railroad hiking trail from there. And this trail passes through a tunnel just below the viewpoint. It's just a beautiful spot, with the only downside being all the power lines stretching across the sea. But hey, I guess that's what you get when you're right next to one of the largest hydroelectric power plants in the world. We had the overlook all to ourselves since we were there so early in the morning. Eventually, one other guy did stop by to take in the view, and then he accidentally got into our car when he was trying to leave. So yeah, that was a little awkward. Still, it was a pretty perfect way to kick off the day. And let's just say, back home, I've never had to keep an eye out for that kind of wildlife. From there, we headed over to the Mike O'Callahan Pat Tillman Memorial Bridge Plaza. As we got out of the car, we noticed this strange buzzing sound in the air, thanks to all that electricity being generated nearby. We made our way up the accessible path, stopping to read about the construction of the bridge. This massive structure was built to reroute traffic so vehicles no longer have to drive directly over the Hoover Dam itself. We started our walk across the bridge on the Nevada side, with Arizona just across the span. If you want the best view of the Hoover Dam, this is it. Standing on that bridge, you get an almost bird's eye perspective of the dam and the canyon. Just beautiful. So I admit I'm kind of a dork at heart, and the Hoover Dam might be the only place I've ever officially added to a bucket list. So yeah, I was just so damn happy to finally be there. So we soaked in the incredible views of this engineering marvel as we crossed into Arizona. Only to find at the end of the bridge there was a wall blocking the path to go any further. So we turned around and made our way back to Nevada. The whole experience was worth all the steps, though. We parked our car in the dam parking garage and made our way over to the Dam Visitor Center. My main mission on this trip was to take in the legendary Dam Tour. And let me tell you, I was just ecstatic to have that ticket in my hand. While we waited for our tour to begin, I looked out the window and spotted something that made my inner nerd just light up. It was a survey marker right there on the canyon rock ledge between us and the dam. I just love finding those. So the tour itself, everything I dreamed of and more. First off, we entered one of the massive diversion tunnels along the side of the dam. These tunnels, there's 2 of them on each side, were originally built to divert the Colorado River during the construction. And then later they serve as the emergency spillways. And they're absolutely huge, 56 feet wide and 3/4 of a mile long. Next, we headed to the base of the dam where the generators are located. And while we were there, one of the generators was being worked on, which was really cool to see up close. Then it was up the elevator into a long tunnel inside the dam itself. At one point, we got to peek out of a vent that's like on the face of the dam. So cool. And you can kind of get a sense of where we were inside the dam from this photo here. The concrete inside these parts of the dam showed all the imprints from the original framework and construction. It was like stepping back to see how this whole thing just came together. So we were so grateful to be able to take the elevator on this tour after we saw the alternative. This stairwell was so long and steep. They actually had gates across sections of it, just in case someone fell. After we took the dam tour, we took some time to explore the top of the Hoover Dam. It was just a beautiful day and just perfect for soaking in those panoramic views, including the bridge that we had walked across earlier that morning. From up on top of the dam, we could look straight down the dam's steep, sheer face to where the generators, the ones that we'd seen on the tour, are housed. The scale of it all is just mind-blowing. We also spent some time inside the Hoover Dam Visitor Center. Got to see some of the history, the construction, and the functions of the dam. It's one thing to see it all in person, but it's especially cool when you get to learn about how it all came together, making it even more impressive. Back outside, we walked over to the top of one of those diversion tunnels that we had been inside earlier. The photos just don't even capture how massive this tunnel really is. It's really something you have to see in person to truly appreciate. The water level at Lake Mead was at one of its lowest points when we visited. So you can see where the normal water level is, marked by those white lines on the rock, and it was well below that when we were there. After having such a damn good time, we hit the road and headed east to Williams, Arizona. Here we grabbed a drink and some pizza at the Historic Brewing Company, which definitely hit the spot after our long day at the Hoover Dam. Then we took a little stroll along the famous Route 66. We wandered a couple blocks and popped into a few of the quirky little shops that were lining the street. Each of the stores that we stopped in had its own little unique character, and I just had to pick up one of those Route 66 magnets for my fridge back home. I'm pretty sure we ended the day before the sun even set. We were tired and we had a big day the next day. We were off to see the Grand Canyon.